Hello and welcome to my channel, Close to the Edge. My name is Pat, where we talk about all things prog rock, classic rock, heavy rock, and maybe even a sticker rock. Isn't that right, Kevin?
Stick around, Pat, you never know.
You never know. Stick around. Today is going to be a little bit different, this video, Kevin, because one of my subscribers asked Kevin to do a ranking of Rory Gallagher's.
Oh, Dave did, yes.
Yes, Dave Murphy.
Yeah.
11 studio albums.
Yes.
And Dave, thank you very much for that suggestion, and we're going to do it. I'm not going to be ranking anything because I only have about 6 studio albums by Gallagher on CD.
Yeah.
And only recently I picked up 4 of them.
Right.
So I'm not as I wouldn't be familiar with Gallagher as you would be.
Yeah.
And it'd be very unfair on me to rank his 11 studio albums when I don't know a whole lot about him.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I know Calling Card, I know Defender, Photo Finish,
First
Top
album.
Priority. I know those. But Kevin, expert on Gallagher.
Well, I don't know about that, but big fan anyway.
Oh, but you are though, Kevin.
Big
You
fan.
are.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to kick it off, and Kevin is going to do the ranking.
Right, Pat, no worries at all.
So off you go.
You'll have to keep an eye on the numbers now.
This is number 11.
Number 11. And all these albums, Pat, are all the albums that came out when he was alive.
Yes.
All right. Because it would be a separate video to do all the stuff. There's tons of stuff came out after.
Yes.
So just what was around and what Rory brought out in the day.
In the day. So when did he die, Kevin? What year did he die?
95, Pat. He
95.
died in June 95. He's only 47.
He had a liver transplant and he
The
had
liver transplant was fine. He had complications from an infection.
infection.
Yeah, that staph or something they get in hospitals. One of those things. That's what happened to him.
Sad though, in many respects.
Sad. Poor old Rory, yeah. Greatly missed.
He was only in his 40s at the time.
47.
wasn't he? Yeah, imagine.
Greatly missed.
Oh, absolutely.
Like there's lots of artists in music, that we like John Bonham died, Jimi Hendrix, whatever. And you go, it'd be a pity that they're not around. They could have done this, they could have done that. But I genuinely sometimes I put on a Rory Gallagher track and I really feel something. I really go, Jesus. Like as if, he's really missed, I think. And I think that's a sign that you're really into the artist as a, performer.
Possibly one of the greatest musicians to come out of Ireland.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Easily, one of the top 10 guitarists in the world.
He's
up there.
He was in my top 10.
Yeah, in my top 10, yeah. He's up there.
Oh, he was.
Brilliant guitarist.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Brilliant songwriter, brilliant singer.
Oh, yeah. Everything. He had a all-rounder.
Production, he did everything himself.
The whole works. I wanted to stay solo, didn't he?
He did, yeah, and he stayed true to his cause, if you like. He never got enticed down the synthesizer route, which happened to a lot of our very favourite bands in the 80s.
Of course it did, yeah.
Unfortunately, with not the greatest results.
No, unfortunately
Rory
not.
he just kept going. He headed down his own path.
He did what he thought was right.
He did.
Anyway, Kevin, you're number 11.
My number 11, Pat, is this album from 1982, Jinx.
Not familiar with it at all, Kevin.
Oh, this was his last album for Crystals. He had a contract with them for half a dozen albums. And he did 5 studios and 1 live album. But this album is it's an excellent album. And it's worth noting, Pat, that unlike we say another favourite band of mine, Led Zeppelin, when they had an album that was below par, obviously Into the Outdoor,
Yeah.
it was a good step down from what went before. This is not a good step down. This is still an excellent album.
Okay, so it's not far away then.
It's not far away, but it's not quite as good as the other stuff on
What
this
year
list.
did you say again?
82.
82.
Yeah, he's back to he's got a couple of guest musicians, but he's essentially a 3-piece band still.
And who's on that album?
Jerry McAvoy, who's on every album he ever made.
Bass player, yeah.
Bass player. And Brendan O'Neill on drums. Irish drummer.
Irish drummer, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant drummer.
So what would you give that one out of 10 then?
I'd probably give it a 7, to be fair.
7 out of 10.
Yeah, probably give it a 7.
Okay.
And it's worth noting as well that I know these came out after Rory was gone, but these CDs are brilliant because they're remastered and the sound's fantastic on them. It's easily comparable to the original albums. And of course, the bonus being, Pat, there's extra tracks on it,
that they left off
which they couldn't fit on.
Obviously for the album.
Yeah, and they were recorded at the same time. So anyone wanted to get into Gallagher, the CDs are brilliant.
They are brilliant.
They're great, well worth picking up.
Right, number 10, Kevin. That's
Right, number 10, Pat, is this album, his second last album, from 1987, Defender.
And I know that album.
You know that album, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an excellent album.
Yeah, that'd be higher up now on my list, going by what I've heard. You get
Yeah, well, sure, look, it depends. It's all... This is only my opinion.
Yeah.
Someone watching this will probably go, what, he's got that album that far down.
Yeah.
The thing you got to realise about Rory is that, not just from a fan's point of view, but he had every album he made, he never made a dud.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
And that's great, you know.
It is brilliant.
All his albums are excellent. Even Jinx there now is, you know, a couple of tracks are okay, but there's a couple of brilliant tracks on it.
I do like that album.
But this is a great album. There's a lot of variety on this. Probably Low Chart Blues is probably my favourite track.
That's a great track. I know the track well.
Yeah, and this came out in 87, Pat, and as you can see on the sticker there, I had a free single with 2 extra tracks, which of course, you know I have that.
Of course you would.
Yeah, so I had
Wouldn't doubt you.
a free single with the 2 extra tracks, which are now readily available on the CD. That's the 2 extra tracks down there. So, you know, that's my number 10.
Okay.
Right? Rory's second last album.
What would you give that out of 10?
I'd give that an 8 out of 10.
Okay, we're moving on up then.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
And I've thought about these rankings too. It's not just a number
But you
I'm
know
throwing
these.
out there. I know the albums well.
You know these albums inside out.
I know them fairly well, yeah. So,
Number 9, Kevin.
number 9, Pat, is his last album from 1990, Fresh Evidence. That's a great album.
So
Brilliant album.
he died in
95.
So that was his last album, 1990. So
1990 is his last
he didn't
studio
do
album.
anything at all then.
No, well, he wasn't in the best of form. He toured.
Yeah.
What do you say? Didn't do anything. Didn't do anything studio-wise.
Yeah. Was
But,
his health going downhill or something?
Yeah, his health was going downhill. For a variety of reasons. I'm not going to... Everyone knows that story. I'm not going to go down that.
No, we're not going down that.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, but he was still touring.
Still doing it, yeah.
Still doing it, you know. Not as much now as he used to, but... And again, Pat, the CD of that, for, you know, whatever CDs
I don't know
cost,
the album, so.
it's got 2 extra tracks on it again.
But it's number 9 in your thing, and you give that, what would you give that?
I give that an 8 out of 10.
Okay, it's solid then.
Yeah, it's an excellent album. Yeah, it's really good. It's a lot of variety on this album. A lot of different styles. There's, you know, it's just the King of Zydeco's. There's a famous musician, Clifton Chenier.
Yeah.
I think he was around the 30s and 40s, and Rory wrote a song sort of dedicated to him. There's a song called The Loop, which was, I think, was the theme music to some comedy with Hugh Laurie, I think, Stephen Fry. Instrumental.
Yeah.
There's another song here to Alexis Corner, who was the...
Alexis Corner, of
yeah,
course. Yeah.
So, and then there's a cover of...
I have an album by him, actually.
Have you?
Enough, yeah.
And then there's a cover of Empire State Express, Son House, the old blues guy. He did covers. So there's a lot of variety on this album. Great album.
That's his last one then.
That's his last album, but a great album.
Okay.
So there you go.
Number 8, Kevin.
Number 8, Pat, is this album,
Against the Grain.
Against the Grain.
Yeah, well, I know that album.
Yeah, that's a brilliant. I love that album.
That's a great album.
1975. Great album. His first album for Chrysalis. He just finished with Polydor Records. And it's a great album. You know a lot of the tracks on here. Souped Up 4, Bought and Sold, Take What I Want.
Oh, I know the album. Yeah, it's an excellent album.
Yeah, and is it autograph on there?
Whose autograph?
Rory's.
Where'd you get that?
Autograph his chap 25 years ago.
You didn't, and he signed
I
it.
signed it, yeah.
A signed copy.
A signed copy of a great album. And I love the cover.
It's an excellent cover, yeah.
An excellent cover. So
I like the guitar. Is that the guitar he always plays?
yeah, that's his old battered Strat.
Yeah, and there's a fascinating story about that, too, aren't there?
Oh, it's a great story, and it's, I suppose, that guitar was brought in by a member of the Royal Show Band in what, about 63
Here
or 4?
in Waterford.
Here in Waterford. And they were the biggest show band in the country then. And he wanted to get a guitar like Hank Marvin's Out of the Shadows. A red guitar, but a tobacco one came in. So he played that, I think, for about 6 months. And then sold it. And I went down to Cork, down to Crowley's music store. And they put it in the window, and Rory Gallagher was doing his rounds as a 15-year-old or ever paper boy. And he saw this thing in the window, and love at first sight. I think back in the day it cost £100.
That's a lot of money.
Well, the average wage for a man back then was about £25.
That's all, yeah. Back in the day, yeah.
A lot of money, so probably one of the first Strats in Ireland, I'd say.
And he played it all the way through. Then,
Rory
didn't
played that all the way through, yeah, great guitar.
Yeah, he loved the sound of it.
Oh, brilliant shot. Great guitar. Got stolen on him once and he got it back. Got stolen in 1969, I think. Got thrown in a ditch somewhere in Wicklow. But they got it back. It's battered. It's but a great guitar.
Interesting story. Very interesting.
And of course, again, Pat, the CD is great because it has extra 2 tracks on it. Also recorded at the time. So these are brilliant.
They're all little digipacks, is it?
They are little digipacks, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, they're out
with
now.
Booklets in them and everything.
Yeah, they're out now on kind of the jewel case now.
Oh, are they? Well, these are from 2012.
Yeah, they're not out on them anymore.
Oh, okay. And they were remastered.
They're remastered. Yeah. The ones I got now are remastered in 2017.
Oh, yeah. But I think the sound on them is even better.
Yeah, and they're in the...
Because I have one of them and it was remastered in 2018 or 19. It sounds amazing.
Oh, no, I played 4 to finish last night now.
Yeah,
The
sound
is brilliant. Of
Yeah, they're great. So, you don't have to chase down vinyl people that, the CDs, they're not wrong with CDs, are you?
So what would you give that one against the grain?
Oh, I'd probably give that an 8.5 out of 10, I'd say.
Yeah, it'd be a 9 for me now, Kevin, if I was ranking that album as such, because I do like that album.
Oh, I like it myself.
I do like that album. I am familiar with it.
Yeah.
So what number are we on next, Kevin? Because I'm at the losing count.
You can discount. You're the man that keeps counting.
I know, but I don't have that in front of me today.
I'll have to count them.
Go back.
3, 4. 4 from 11.
We're on number 7 then. We can actually subtract. Believe it or not, we can. Can't count, but we can subtract.
Number 7, Pat. It's this album, 1972, his second album.
Deuce. Not familiar at all, Kevin.
Oh, a brilliant album. Very bluesy, but a great album. Absolutely brilliant album.
What are beyond that now that I might know, like
Crest of a Wave.
from the live albums?
In Your Town. I'm Not Awake Yet. Used to Be.
Yeah,
You know any of those?
they do. It sound familiar, but I couldn't off the top of my head say
Yeah. Brilliant. Great album from 72.
second album.
The second album, yeah. Fantastic album. I'd give that a 9 out of 10 anyway. Easily. Brilliant. Same thing again, Pat. The CD has an extra track on it, so,
Yeah, the CDs are worth getting, though, aren't they?
The CDs are brilliant, yeah.
And also, who's the drummer on that album then?
On that album, the second one would be, what's his name? Wilbur Campbell. Wilbur Campbell, yes.
Okay.
He was on the first album and the second album.
So he had a lot of drummers through the band, had he?
He did well. Yeah, he had a few. I think in 1973 then Wilger left for whatever reason and he got in a fella called Rod Diat. I think he's a Welshman. Fantastic drummer.
Yeah.
And he also had, in 73, I'll explain on the next album, but he got in the keyboard player, Lou Martin, piano player.
Yeah.
So he became
added a more different sound to
it.
it.
Yeah, he did. He was a 3-piece on the first couple of albums. So, that answers your question.
It does, and I presume that's going up in your numbers. What would you give that?
I'll give it a 9,
Yeah.
Have to. All right.
Okay, that's another one I have to get.
Number 6.
We are on number 6, yeah.
Number 6, Pat, is this amazing album. Blueprint. One of 2 albums he brought out in 73. Fantastic album. Japanese Ticket. A friend of mine in Australia gave me that as a going away present when I moved back here to Ireland. In the record shop I used to go to. But you'll probably know some of the tracks on this. Walk on Hot Coals, Daughter of the Everglades.
Yeah. Hands
Off, Race the Breeze.
I heard them live,
yeah.
I'm not familiar with that actual studio album.
Yeah, well, that's a fantastic album. That's a brilliant album. Absolutely brilliant. Hard to rank it. I'd say probably a 10 out of 10.
Okay, and the CD as well?
And the CD then has 2 extra tracks. So, well worth picking up. Okay. Great sound of it. The little booklet, like the digipack, so they have like the little booklet in them.
Because you would have to have them in the plastic.
So the little booklet there, Pat, and the whole lot.
Yeah, they're a nice little package, aren't they?
They're lovely, yeah. They're good. They came out in, like I said, 2012, 2013. And they're picking up.
Nothing wrong with them, Kevin.
So that's, they were down to halfway mark now.
We're down to number
5.
We are.
And you normally do something halfway.
I do, and I'm going to do it now. I just want to thank all new subscribers, returning subscribers, and everyone who comments, because I do get nice comments.
Yeah, some of them are really good, aren't they?
Now, we had a difference of opinion, of course, on my last video, what I did with Tom. Tom Curtis there.
Or the Floyd albums.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like that final cut at all.
I'm not mad about it. It's good. But
yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
You know me with the final cut.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want to thank everyone. And if you do like this video and like to see more content, hit that subscribe button, like, and notification bell. And we'll keep you informed. Kevin.
Right, Pat, before I get on to the top 5,
this will be very interesting.
It's worth mentioning Rory's live albums.
Go on.
When he was about, because he has 3 of them. So I thought I'd just throw them in quickly before I go into the top 5 albums.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
And Live in Europe is a fantastic album.
I have it.
From 72.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant album.
Brilliant.
I give that a 10 out of 10.
That's a class live album.
Oh, it's fantastic. And again, Pat, with the CD, has a couple of extra tracks.
That's right, it has.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So,
I only played it there yesterday.
Yeah, brilliant album. Raw, powerful, well worth picking up.
It's just one of those albums, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And in 74 then, he had an album called Irish Tour.
No, I don't have that one, but I've heard it.
Oh, that's an amazing album.
Is that recorded in Belfast, is it?
Belfast, Cork and Dublin.
Okay.
In 1974. And the filmmaker Tony Palmer made a documentary about it. So there's some live shots and behind the scenes shots and all the rest of it. But sure, it's typical Rory. There's no flash rocks.
No, there'd be no flamboyancy
rock
there.
god
No,
stuff or anything, you know. Just having a pint after the gig and getting ready and all the rest of it.
That's
and,
what I like about him. Really,
of course, it's on
respects.
CD as well. It has one little extra track on it, but yeah, worth picking up. Brilliant album, 10 out of 10. I'd have to say. Some people's favourite live album of all time. This one now is a bit of a curio. I was at a record fair years ago and I just thought I'd show this. This is a compilation live album. The beautiful Obi. You know where you like the Obies?
Japanese.
See, the Obi matches the cover.
That's just fantastic.
Yeah, I picked it up for like $20. You can get it for that now. All it is, Pat, is a combination of Live in Europe and Irish Tour. Best tracks off each.
And they put
Just
it
for
on
the
that.
Japanese market. They put it on that. And even though I have everything on it, I saw it at a record fair. And I thought, for $20, 25 years ago, and it's mint condition.
Actually, you'd have to pick it up.
I'll have to have that.
Have to pick that up, wouldn't you?
Yeah, sure you would. You know?
Jesus, you'd have to.
And then the last live album he had, when he was live, was 1980's Stage Struck.
I have that as well. I have that a long time now, that one.
Yeah, bought it when it came out in the day. Brilliant. And the first few thousand issues had a free single, which has an extra track on it. It's not on the album.
I bet it's on the CD though, is it?
The two of them are, yeah.
That's good that they put it on the CD
Yeah,
though.
it's brilliant. It's brilliant. So, not a great album. 10 out of 10. That's the one we would have heard first before we heard all the other stuff.
That's correct.
Because we got into Gallagher at his sort of
when you got
late
into
70s,
Gallagher,
early...
I kind of left Gallagher in many respects. Because I went off in my prog bubble,
Yeah.
as you know.
Yeah. Well, I left him for a while too because Jinx came out and I wasn't that mad about it. And I was used to the nice heavy sound. So I sort of ignored him for a while myself.
I did ignore him for a long time now, to be honest with you, yeah.
And then I got back into him and Bananas altogether. But he didn't issue many singles, Rory, when he was alive. But a couple of them, that one I showed you there is interesting, extra track on it. This is another one too, on clear vinyl, came out.
Oh, Wayward Child, yeah, I remember it, yes.
Yeah, and it has a track Keychain that wasn't on the album. It's now on the CD. But back in the day, before CD, that was the only way to get the extra tracks. So that's why I have that old single.
Okay, Wayward Child is a brilliant track.
Yeah, brilliant. And again, like I said, extra tracks on the CD, well worth picking up. Okay, that's that little spiel about his live albums.
Live albums.
So we're back into his studio albums, the top 5.
We are, top 5.
Right, you've already done your spiel.
I've done my spiel.
You've done your spiel.
I've done it. I have done it, haven't I?
Yeah. Well, not that senile yet.
Not yet, anyway.
Number 5, Pat, for me, is this amazing album.
I have it.
Calling Card.
I have it on cassette, Kevin.
On cassette.
Yeah,
God.
yeah. Multi-format, Kevin.
Multi-format, that's it.
Multi-format.
What an amazing album.
That is a brilliant... I think that is... What I've heard now, Kevin, so far, I think that's his best album of what I've heard.
Oh, it's great. It's
But I couldn't give a proper judgment.
I give that a 10 out of 10.
What is 10 out of 10?
It's brilliant. It's the first time he used an outside producer as well. He's got Roger Glover producing.
Yeah. Oh, Roger from Deep Purple.
Yes, and it's a sort of a jazzy feel to the album.
I was just going to say that. Very jazzy feel to it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic album.
You
Brilliant.
know.
Same thing again with the CD, Pat. It has a couple of extra tracks on it. So,
I think that's a superb album.
yeah, brilliant. So, that's that album.
Okay.
10 out of 10. all day long.
Oh, well, these all will be tenors.
They all will be.
So I don't have to ask you again.
At number 4 is this one. These mean a lot to me because these are the albums I heard first. And I just love this album.
Yeah, I have that now.
Yeah, Top Priority.
I have. I used to have it on LP.
Fairly heavy, hard-hitting album. He's back down to a 3-piece at this stage. 1979.
Yeah, but you have it on the Japanese one. Show that one.
Oh, I do have a Japanese one, yeah.
Isn't it fantastic?
Amongst others, yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
How many versions of that do you have?
3 or 4, but you know yourself.
3 or 4 versions of the same album.
And then, of course, 2 extra tracks.
And the CD.
On the CD. And there was a single came out at the time before the extra tracks were available. There was a single, Philby, and it had a B-side, Hellcat, which is a track that's now on the CD. But back in the day, the only way to get it was on that. So,
or someone put it on tape for you.
Or someone put it on, yeah, exactly.
On cassette, yeah.
Yeah, well, you couldn't get the track, you see. You'd have to buy the single.
Yeah, but if you had the single, if you couldn't get the single, they could throw it onto a...
Oh, yeah. The old mixtape days.
Yeah.
Jeez, we had plenty of them, didn't we?
Oh, jeez, I still have a load of them.
Yeah, so there you go. What are we up to?
We're up to number 3.
Up to number 3, right. Number 3 for me is this 10 out of 10 stellar album. His first album.
That's his debut album, yeah, which I have.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
And this is an original German one with a very funny, they completely stuffed up the running order of the songs.
Wrong, are they?
They're totally wrong. They don't relate to the... Like there's 3 off of side 1 and then another one off side 2 and then they're all over the place. So
they made a balls of it.
They made a balls of it. On the original one they did. But it sounds brilliant. It's a great.
That's a brilliant album. Playing it the other night, Kevin.
1971.
Yeah, brilliant album.
Yeah, brilliant
album.
And the CD you probably have of it, have you?
Yeah, I have the CD.
And it's got 2 cover versions. Track, a Muddy Waters track, Gypsy Woman and Otis Rush, Takes Time.
Yeah,
brilliant. Done at the same time. Great album.
His slant on those tracks, though, isn't it?
Yeah, Rory's twist on them, yeah. So, 10 out of 10 all day long.
Oh, absolutely.
And just before that album came out, of course, it's worth mentioning because I haven't seen anywhere on YouTube anyone mention the fact that Rory was in Taste.
That's right, yeah, Taste.
Yeah, Taste.
Irish band,
yeah. So that's their 69 first album. And their second album, 1970.
That's different than Gallagher, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
His own music.
Yeah, it is. It's they're worth checking out. They're great albums. Brilliant albums, actually. One of the great power trios of the late 60s. So I just thought I'd show them because he went from that. They had disagreements over management and this, that and the other and musical direction, perhaps. And that's how he ended up going off doing his own thing. He got Jerry McAvoy in and Wilker Campbell and went off and recorded the first album.
History, basically.
The rest is history. He wanted to do his own thing.
Of course he did.
Yeah. So we're getting down to it now. Number 2 is this stellar album.
Number 2, Tattoo.
Tattoo, number 2.
Very good.
Very good. His fourth album. Also from 73, the same as Blueprint.
Don't know this.
You don't know Tattoo?
No.
Well, a lot of people have this as the number 1. This black sleeve is just to keep the album rigid because you can see it's made of paper.
Oh, it's terrible.
No, it's meant to be that way. It's paper.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So, but this is a brilliant album.
Oh, it comes with that specifically, is it?
Yeah. No, I put that in it just to straighten it up. Yep. But yeah, you know tracks off of this, Pat. Tattooed Lady.
Yeah, I do know.
Trade the Rock, 2020 Vision.
Yeah, a lot of them on the live albums. Yeah.
Who's That Coming? A Million Miles Away.
I know the tracks then. Yeah. So I know the album basically.
You do. It's a brilliant album. Absolutely.
That's another one I have to get.
Yeah, Tattoo is fantastic.
Another one.
Fantastic. And again, when you do get it, you no doubt go for the CD.
Oh no, I will be going for CDs. Yeah.
And that has 2 extra tracks on it, has it? No, 1 extra track.
Now, if I saw them on LP,
you pick them up.
I'd pick them up.
Yeah. So, Tattoo, brilliant album. But my favourite album, and it's always been my favourite album by him. I even played these during the week just to make sure.
And this is a fact.
Because I heard this album when it came out. My brother bought it. And this got played in the house. And it got me. It's the first album I ever heard by Rory Gallagher. And it is, of course, Photo Finish. A fantastic album.
Oh, and he played it last night.
Every single track on it.
And the extra tracks on it.
Oh, the extra tracks on the CD, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
extra
right.
Tracks are brilliant.
There's 2 extra tracks on the CD.
They're brilliant.
Oh, they're great, yeah. Well, you see,
they're not rubbish by any stretch.
With all Rory's albums, Pat. Again, you total up all the extra tracks from the 11 studio albums. They come out with 16 or 17, 18 tracks. It's only another 2 albums worth.
Could easily be, yeah.
So they're great value, you know. They're done well.
They are done well.
Like the family have done, his brother Donal and his son Daniel, Rory's nephew, have done a great job on Rory's legacy. You know, they brought out fantastic albums.
Tribute to him, though, really, in
They
many
did.
respects. Yeah.
And like I said at the start of this video, that's a whole other video in itself. If we ever want to do something like that. Because there's so many releases came out after he died. Tons of them. 13 or 14 albums, DVDs.
Studio stuff.
Live.
Live.
Yeah.
All live.
All live stuff. One studio, Pat, it was the aborted album that eventually became Photo Finish. He got in
that's
Elliot
right.
Mazer, the producer.
Yeah, that's just a very interesting
And
one.
it didn't go so well for him. Rory had been over to see the Sex Pistols. He was in San Francisco. And he liked the fact that they were raw and getting back to the basics, I suppose. And he thought that the sound of the new album, it was ready to be mixed, the whole lot. It was all done. And he threw it in the bin. He said, no. Started again. Went off over to Germany then and he recorded this album. Some of the tracks made it from
Obviously,
the earlier track on this. But he went to a 3-piece with this album.
Oh, that's Japanese as well, of course, yeah.
It is, yeah. That's a Jap promo, White Label promo.
Yeah.
That's a nice album. And this is where Ted McKenna comes in.
Yeah, he went on to play with Michael Schenkner, is that right?
He did. He had come from the sensational Alex Harvey band.
Oh, yeah, another good band, yeah.
And, yeah. So,
Kind of proggy band, the sensational.
the tracks on that album
Proggy.
like, are unreal, you know? I think everyone knows.
That's a brilliant album.
Cruise on
10
Out,
out of
Cloak
10
and Dagger. Yeah, 10 out of 10. It's my favourite album. End of story.
Oh, it always has been.
Yeah, and of course, this came out at the same time. Rory didn't release many singles, but a little 10-inch EP came out with it. Just with a couple of tracks off Calling Card and a couple off the new album.
Oh, Brute Force and Ignorance is on that. Moonchild.
Moonchild, Souped Up 4.
On Shadow Play, yeah,
Ignorance.
that's brilliant.
So just a nice little
That's one thing I
10-inch.
never had a 10-inch.
Well, I have about, not many, about 10 of them. But there you
No,
go.
it was always either the LP or the singles.
So yeah, so that's Photo Finish is always, that'll never change. I suppose the top 5 can move around a bit.
Yeah.
But they're, Rory had a great, absolutely brilliant albums.
No, that's fascinating now because, as I said, I didn't really know a lot of those albums. Well, not a lot, but half of them, say.
Yeah.
And I don't have them.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
I know you can listen to them on that other thing, that Spotty thing or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
you know, Spotify. I know the young people, that's their thing nowadays, but not for me. I will get them, Kevin.
Yeah, they're worth
You know
getting.
I'll get them.
They're all worth getting.
Oh, but you know
It's not a massive discography for
No, it's not
11
like going
albums.
down a huge big rabbit hole now and you have a band with
22 Tull albums or something, or
if you
20-something Rush albums,
or Frank
whatever.
Zappa, 100 and odd.
Ah, well, that's
is
extreme
live.
now.
Yeah, but Tangerine Dream have maybe over 100.
That's also extreme,
Yeah. You know, so there are bands out there with
lots.
big...
Neil Young had a huge...
Yeah, and if you include all the live
Discography.
albums, then it's even bigger.
Yeah. Yeah. But,
You know.
well, that's my ranking of Rory's Gang. So I hope Dave enjoyed that.
I hope Dave Murphy did enjoy that now, and thanks very much, Dave, for actually
Suggesting
that.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of other subscribers have made suggestions, and I will get around to them. It's just trying to get the time and to get around to them. Some of them are very good suggestions as well. Like
Yeah.
there was one suggestion, if I remember back, and I don't know who made it. What was our best concerts that we went to?
All right, yeah.
You know, concert. And you would have seen a lot more concerts than I would.
And our friend Paul would have seen more than the two of us put together.
Yeah.
Because he lived in Germany and in Europe. And
Yeah, you see down here, and see Kevin was away living in Melbourne. Paul was in Germany.
I was in London for a while.
I was the one that stayed here. And when you're in Ireland,
Yeah, you have to travel.
you really do have to travel because not a lot of those bands that we like come here.
Yeah. And it's not as easy as it is today to travel.
Yeah, well, back in the day it was impossible.
It was an ordeal to get to Dublin even.
Yeah, an ordeal.
4.5 hour drive to get up and see some.
And more if we had to walk. But anyway, Kevin, that was very interesting. I enjoy that now because
Sure, look, it's only my take on it.
no, because the subscribers will like that and the viewers like it, and I liked it because
Right.
I wouldn't be as familiar with Gallagher stuff as
Yeah.
you or Paul or the rest of the lads.
Yeah.
But I will get there.
You will be, though.
I will get familiar.
You will. Because they're great albums.
Yeah, they are.
Great albums. And it says a lot about Rory that he brought out 11 albums and he never made a dud.
No.
Now, Jinx might be at the start there. But that's because something has to start it off.
Oh, something.
Still
if
worth
you're doing
picking
it,
up.
If you're doing it, he has 11 studio.
Yeah.
Something has to be at 11. Something has to be at 1.
Yeah. And obviously his 70s stuff is the
That's
best.
the way I look at it. Yeah. And they might be all brilliant.
Yeah.
But it's what you prefer
Yeah.
sometimes. It comes
Yeah,
down
exactly.
comes down to personal taste in the end.
There you go. That's my take on Rory's albums.
Fantastic, Kevin. I really enjoyed that.
No worries.
And I hope you did too as well, watching. And as I said, and I always say, whatever you're doing, stay safe. And it's nice to be nice, Kevin.
Absolutely. Cost nothing.
Nice to be nice. And don't forget too, music has the ability to make you remember and forget. And sometimes we need to forget sometimes.
Absolutely.
Don't we, Kevin? We do need to forget and move.
And sometimes you just forget.
Yeah, at our age, we can't even count. So there you have it. Anyway, until the next video here on Close to the Edge, my name is Pat. That was Kevin's brilliant ranking of the great, late Rory Gallagher. And thank you very much for watching. Until the next time, bye for now. Bye-bye.
See you after.
Bye-bye.